Happy morning, children. Hope you all are doing good. Okay. So, in the last class, what are all the concepts we have learned? You people just re-glance those concepts, children. Okay. In this chapter, we have seen about the introduction, how British people came to India, what was their main idea. What was their main idea, children? Yes, of course, the trade was their main idea. Okay. And after that, what happens? Slowly they started to come into the political activities of our country. Okay. At the beginning, what happened? Dutch were there, French were there, Portuguese were there, and even along with that, the British people came. But all the people were expecting or they were demanding for the same products. What are those products? It's like a cotton, silk, and some spices. So that is the reason what happened. The prices of the products increased, and then, of course, for them the profits started to decrease. So due to that, what happened? They planned to eliminate the competition. So after that, British people slowly, they tried to settle on the river Hooghly in the Bengal, that is in Kolkata. Okay. So later, what happened? They started to expand their trade and they started to construct the forts and the warehouses, everything. Okay. So later, what happened, children? Yes, slowly what happened? The Bengal Nawabs started to demand more and more taxes from the British people for their trade. But later the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb given the concession or the duty free or the tax free trade only for the company trade. But the company officials who were doing the trade, that is private trade who were doing, so due to that what happened? They were also not ready to pay the tax. So that is a reason. Finally, the Nawabs, the kings, other Nawabs, they wanted to, they were expecting the more and more tax from them because it reduces the revenue for the Bengal. So due to that, slowly this controversy has led to a problem, and finally the Battle of Plassey happened. And you people have seen in the last class how about the Battle of Plassey. What happened? Finally, yes, they had a negotiation, but finally the Robert Clive, the Governor General, the Robert Clive, and the Sirajuddaulah. Finally, they both, whatever the controversy it had, finally this negotiation didn't come to an end. So that is the reason finally the Robert Clive, attacked Sirajuddaulah with the company army, and finally Nawab lost the Battle of Plassey. This is the first, the battle or the, victory to the company. Okay, so that's the reason this is one of the, the famous battle will be considered. What is the main cause or the reason for the, the Nawab's failure? Because Mir Jafar was one of the commander in the Sirajuddaullah's, the army. He helped the Robert Clive. Why? Because Robert Clive offered the Mir Jafar that once the Sirajuddaulah comes down from his position, he promised Mir Jafar to make as a Nawab. Okay, so that we have seen. After that, slowly, this after this Battle of Plassey, the British people started to interest. They were expecting the puppet Nawabs, but that, even those puppet Nawabs were not completely helpful to those people. So that's the reason what happened, children. Finally, yes, this British peoples, they themselves wanted to become the Nawabs. Okay, and then finally, they made the Nawabs to give almost 5 lakh per month as a revenue to the company, and then whatever the revenue they were getting from India, with that amount only they started to do trade, and they started to purchase the cotton, silk, or whatever the raw materials they were expecting. Okay, hope you guys understood, right? Fine, children. In today's class, we are going to see about Sorry. Yes. The company officials become nabobs. So that one. And company rule expands. How company rule has been expanded in India, that we'll be seeing today, and then we'll go for recapitulation. Yes, children. Company officials become nabobs. So here in India will be called as a Nawabs. Why here the company officials they're calling it as calling them as a Nabobs. We'll see in that in the today's class. Okay. And then we understood that the law Robert Clive himself he told that we have to become a Nawabs instead of acting with our instead of taking the help from puppet Nawabs. Okay, puppet Nawabs means whatever the rules or whatever the the rule which has been made by the company, this Nawabs has to follow and do the favor to the company by giving some the concessions for the trade, all those things. But even those Nawabs were not up to the mark. Whatever the the Britishers' expectations, they were not able to meet. So that is the reason what happened. The Robert Clive declared that we have to become Nawabs. Okay. So how company officials become Nawabs we'll see today. Okay. See. What did it mean to be Nawabs? It means, of course, that the company acquired more power and authority. Yes, of course. So what is showing children? Of course, that the company officials are becoming nabobs. That is nawabs. How it shows? Because of course the company started to acquire more and more power and authority, because we have seen that they started to appoint the diwanis. Yes or no? So those diwanis were helping the companies to use the more and more revenue resources of that particular state. Okay, so with that revenue only those people were doing the trade in India. Okay, so finally what happened? They started to acquire more and more power even in the politically, and they started to become strong even in economic wise also, because they were paying the tax to the Indian the states, but later they started to collect the tax and the revenue from the Indian rulers. Just imagine how powerful they are and how smart they are. Okay, see, but it also means something else. Each company servant began to have visions of living like Nawabs. So finally, we have seen that they start to get more and more power. Along with that, see, each company officials, that means the company was appointing as a the governor general, whomever the company officials, they also started to imagine or visioning about their the stand of living. Even they wanted to live like a nawabs, like a kings. Okay, they were expecting to become like a nawabs. That means they wanted to acquire more and more wealth, and they wanted to lead their life like a king. Okay, see, after the Battle of Plassey, the actual Nawabs of Bengal were forced to give land and vast sum of money as personal gifts to the company officials. So this we have learned in the last session only. That means once the Nawabs lost the Battle of Plassey. So after that what happened? Of course they started to collect the revenue from the Nawabs themselves. Okay, so the Nawabs has to pay the revenue to the company. So finally what happens? Once the Battle of Plassey has been lost by the Nawabs, the company started to force them to give the land and money and some personal gifts to the company officials, not only to the company, along with the company, even to the company officials. Okay, yes children, see, Robert Clive himself amazed a fortune in India. So finally Robert Clive himself, by seeing this fortune within India, he himself got amazed. Okay, and he started to make more and more financial resources. Okay, he, in the beginning when he came to India as a, the person like a general, so the company general. So that time the governor general, he was, he promised to make sure to eradicate the corruption within the company, the East India Company. But finally he himself, by seeing this India's, as we know that India was known for the richest resources and the culture. So finally, by seeing these resources, the Robert Clive himself amassed a fortune in India. He started to make more and more, the money also. See, he had come to Madras. Now we call it as a Chennai, from England in the year of 1743. He came to India in the year of 1743 at the age of 18. So he came at the age of 18 years, when in 1767 he left India. His Indian fortune was worth, around 4 lakh 1,102 euros. So finally, when he came to India at the age of 18 years, and he left India in the year of 1767, but his worth of almost 4 lakh 1,102 euros. Just imagine how much he has, started to take from India to Britain. Okay, so he made more, the money from India. Okay, so hope you are understanding, right? The resources of India, they started to loot. See, interestingly, when he was appointed governor of Bengal in 1764, he was asked to remove corruption in company administration. So when he appointed as a governor of Bengal in the 1764, he was asked to remove the corruption in the company administration. So, there was the request for him to remove the corruption, whatever the corruption, the corrupting activities which was happening within the company administration, that is within the, yes, the East India Company. Okay, but he was himself cross-examined in 1772 by the British Parliament, which was suspicious of his vast wealth. So we have seen him, because he came to India in the year of, at the age of 18 years. But at the time when he was returning to England, the Britain, so how much wealth he carried. So by seeing that, the so much of wealth is a suspicious vast wealth, the British Parliament cross-examined him in the year of 1772. Okay, although he was acquitted, he committed suicide in the year of 1774. So finally what happened, children? Due to that, finally in the year of 1774, he committed suicide. Okay, hope you guys understood, right? So the company officials, whomever came to India, they started to imagine, or they started to visualize to become or to lead their life like a Nawabs. Okay, by seeing the India's resources or the wealth, they wanted to lead they wanted to make more and more wealth. Okay, yes. However, not all company officials succeeded in making money like Clive. So Robert Clive made so much of, the wealth from India, and he carried from India to Britain. But not all the company officials were like him. Okay, not all the company officials were making the corrupted money like Clive. Okay, there were even, there were few company officials who were really the honest people. Okay, humble and honest people were also there. See, many died an early death in India due to disease and war, and it would not be right to regard all of them as corrupt and dishonest. So as I told you, people, all the officials were not like Robert Clive. Okay, they were not like a Robert Clive, like a corrupt and a dishonest.